Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Najwa. I'm so happy you're here. If you're new to my channel, please do me a favor. Go ahead and take this little finger, hit the like and subscribe button, hit the bell so you know whenever I post a video. So I just want to take this time really quickly. This is kind of serious. So I'm 31 years old. I was born in 1991. I'm a millennial. I think I would be considered what's called an older millennial, whatever that means, okay? Guys, this is mostly geared towards Gen Zers 18 to 24 years old. If you are watching this and you are either 18 or 24 years old, please don't click away. And if you know anyone who is between 18 and 24 years old, please share this on all your networks: Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Facebook, wherever you can, Reddit, I don't care. Wherever you can, please spread this word because it is so important. I'm going to tell you a little story. As a 31-year-old, I do not have very many regrets in my life. I don't think that I can have too many regrets growing up as basically a average middle class Black American, at 31 years old. I don't think that I have enough life experience to have too many life regrets. But one thing I do regret: in 2016, I did not vote. And that decision will haunt me for the rest of my life. Why? Because it is now 2023, and in the past 7 or 8 years, I have seen a country, my home country, America, the country that I love, deteriorate into a state I have never seen it in terms of race relations, in terms of policy, in terms of those causes that are so close to our hearts. I have never ever seen such a divided America. In terms of women's bodies and them having the autonomy to make choices for themselves, in terms of tolerance towards the LGBTQIA plus community, in terms of advancement of women and people of color. I have never ever seen such a bigoted and divided America. And I know that that is directly related to Donald J. Trump. I made a huge mistake in 2016 by thinking that my one small vote didn't really matter. And it's very saddening to me because I had the joy of working on President Obama's presidential campaign in 2008 when I was 17 years old. And the moment I turned 18, I voted. And I voted in 2012. But 2016 came and something changed. For some reason, all of the propaganda that was on TV, on social media, on the internet told me it's okay to not vote. It's okay. It's not that big of a deal. You're young. You have all the time in the world. Don't let these crazy liberals convince you that anything is of imminent danger. And you know what happened over the next 7 years? Black and brown people were attacked through hate crimes on an exponential scale, so much more than they had ever been, than I had ever seen, on a scale that I had ever seen during my entire, 2 decades of life prior. What else happened? So many black men succumbed to white supremacy and violence towards black people. The GOP continued to push gun laws that were just absolutely problematic for everyone, not to mention children, the many children's lives who we've lost in these public shootings, in these mass shootings. And the GOP has reasons that benefit the advantage of many high-stake lobbyists in Washington to protect the National Rifle Association. So when I found out, when I became educated and I found out this wasn't even about me, I had to forgive myself. I had to forgive myself and realize that I made a choice that wasn't really my choice at all. There were strings being pulled from all of these puppet systems that I wasn't even aware of. But I can do something about it now. Currently, I've been living in Europe for 5 years, so I don't actually live in the United States physically, but I am still a United States citizen. While I have residency in France, I can still vote remotely. I did last presidential election during Biden's campaign, and I will again in 2024. It's way too important for me not to. And let's just say that I learned my lesson. 18 to 24-year-olds are the group of people who are really, really actively not voting. And back in 2016, I want to say that I was 24 years old, 25 or 24 years old. So it's clearly a very, very crucial time. You have a chance. Okay? You have a chance. I know that there's so many concerns in front of you. You know, will I even make it to next year with the amount of bullying and harassing and violence that happens in America? With the mental health crisis, am I going to be okay? With the hate crimes against women, against people of color, against blacks, against LGBTQ, transgender people, am I going to be okay? I'm pretty sure you're asking yourself those questions, and voting might be the last thing on your mind. I'm pretty sure that there might even be some voices in your life who are actively telling you, you're too young to really worry about all this politics stuff. Don't get stressed out about it. Those people may or may not be well-intentioned, but I'm here to tell you that all of these things are connected. The mental health crisis is connected to who we put in office in 2016. It's connected. All of the black men, like George Floyd, like Jordan Neely, who we've sat and we've watched them die in front of us on television, is connected to 2016. The storming of our capital of democracy on January 6, 2021, in an attempt to overturn what basically keeps us all moving forward. Our seat of democracy is connected to 2016. Young people, I think that no one has told you that you are our future. I think that right now, the old guys who have been ruling this game for so long, who are in the seat of power, are very, very hesitant to hand that power over. But know that you and I are the torchbearers of the next leaders of democracy, not just in the United States, but throughout the world. 18 to 24-year-olds. And again, if you're not in that age range and you're watching this video, please share it with someone that you love. It is so imminent that you vote in 2024 in the American presidential election. And if you, I'm not even going to say if you are a Republican, I'm going to advocate to you to please vote blue. Please. I look back, and perhaps you do too. Maybe you remember a time when President Obama was sort of the voice of a nation. Or maybe it's Bill Clinton that you remember. Maybe it's even George W. Bush. Even George W. Bush as a Republican president came from a different time, and although he made extremely bad choices during his presidency, namely around the war in Iran and Iraq. The autonomy of people's bodies weren't in question. Religion and secular beliefs weren't in question. Don't say gay wasn't in question. Book bannings was not in question. Okay? The GOP today is not the GOP of then. The GOP is fractured. I don't mean to offend anyone. I have Republican friends, I have Republican family members, and I truly don't wish to offend anyone. But the GOP is fractured. The GOP of today is not the GOP of then. So please vote blue in 2024. Allow the GOP the time that it needs to heal itself and to reintegrate itself into democracy. Nothing goes just one person's way or one party's way. It has to go the way of all the dissenting voices across the nation. Young people, please don't allow yourself to be silenced. Your religion, your sexual orientation should not be the concern of government. The concern of government should be, why do you have to drive yourself into debt to go to university? Why do you have to drive yourself into debt if you get sick? Those should be the concerns of the government. Not banning books, not your gender, not the autonomy of a woman's body, of a woman's reproduction. So, I hope that you took something from this today. Please, 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 join me and many others in solidarity, if you're American, by voting blue in 2024. I'm sending you much love, and I hope that wherever you are, in your mind, in your body, in your spirit, that you will be well, that you'll be prosperous, that you'll be healthy. Vote blue in 2024. Okay. Bye. Again, if you're new to this channel, please do me a favor. Go ahead, hit the like and subscribe button. Hit the bell so you know whenever I post a video. Thanks.